Good evening and welcome to Meadow Lane for tonight's highly anticipated top of the table clash between Wrexham and Notts County. The Red Dragons moved top of the Vanarama National League on Saturday thanks to a 96th minute winner from Paul Mullin, and they remain unchanged tonight. And Notts County, on the other hand, hot on their heels, and they line up with the ever-dangerous strike partnership of Macaulay Langstaff, Kedwin Scott and Ruben Rodriguez.
For Notts, as he does, Palmer sends the ball forward out wide. As County look to build an early spell of possession, as Rodriguez gets it again. That plays a good ball down the line. Bentosa coming across to deal with that one, and does so well. And a good tackle, the important one by Luke Young, but Notts keep possession there as they move forward. O'Brien onto the left-hand side. Can Chickson get the cross, and he cuts back. Just a slight heavy touch, and O'Brien can take it again. As the cross floated into the area, first chance, and a big save from Howard. Did he sit off the line? Well, how did that go in? It was a big save by Mark Howard. Mane at the back post, and how have Notts County not got ahead inside the opening 2 minutes? Ball was swung into the area, and it was a big header by that man Langstaff, and an all-important clearance by Aaron Hayden. And Luke Young can head it down, doesn't quite find a Wrexham shirt. Brindley just behind as he chooses to cut back. Brindley floats across in and wasn't getting any further than Bentosa there. Paul Mullin does well to win the first header. And in the end, Ollie Palmer pounces, and Mullin's in space on the right if he wants to use it. Palmer's going alone. Palmer shoots and drags it wide. Well, he can't blame him for shooting in that instance, but Paul Mullin was in acres of space on his right. I just thought he might drag it across. And Rodriguez in space to drive forward. And it's fallen to the back post, and a shot from Scott that goes over. A good save by Mark Howard. He had to make it. And so far, both sides just forcing each other into errors. But Mark Howard more than met that strike. Deflection off Cleworth. Langstaff flicked it back. And it's that Langstaff-Scott combination that they built up at Gateshead. Notts County with Rawlinson and Cameron coming up to try and attack this. Rawlinson scored in the 3-1 defeat in January. Chickson takes it's a short one that time into the feet of Rodriguez, and Palmer goes round the outside, and a really well worked free kick routine for Notts County sends them 1-0 up. Wrexham caught napping from that set piece, and it's Notts County who strike first in the top of the table clash. Advantage Notts. And who else with the goal? Number 15 for this season, Macaulay Langstaff, in the right place at the right time. And not the start that Phil Parkinson's side will have wanted. A better spell of possession so far as that ball from Tozer looking for Jordan Davis. A brilliant touch by Davis, gets it out of his feet. Flashes wide of Slocum's goal, but that's better from Wrexham, a bit more direct, putting the ball in dangerous areas. It's a brilliant first touch by Davis to bring the ball down, but unfortunately had no plays really around him. Palmer was just a little bit behind him. It's a kicking short again. Slocum fumbles that clearance. Luke Young to Jordan Davis. Can he keep the ball in? He does just about. Decision. Howard clears it long. Ollie Palmer looking to win the header. Wins the header well into the path of Paul Mullin. Can he get there? Cameron beat him. Phil Parkinson appealing for a penalty. No real cry from Mullin. He's a game changer. And can he change this one? Unfortunate for Jordan Davis. It was a heavy tackle, he ended up him. with Palmer. Just felt it a moment ago, and it's a shame to see his evening ending early. Hopefully it's nothing too serious as he goes straight down the tunnel. Tozer now. Hayden looking for the ball forward to Mullin. Mullin onside as he gets into the area. The linesman's not flagged. Mullin breaking in there, shoots. Maybe a bit of frustration there. Elliot Lee pointed saying he was coming in if he just held it up, and he maybe had a point. You can't blame Mullin. Hasn't had an opportunity all half for himself. He can't really blame tight angle, but then again, Wrexham shirts getting into the area. That's maybe been the problem so far, is that when they have attacked, there hasn't been the red shirts in the area to really try and support the attack. Jones intercepted, and a great ball into Langstaff. Gets a shot away, and Howard with a strong save, just leaning back slightly there. Langstaff does well in the pocket to deal with that one, and Luke Young spotted for Elliot Lee, and he's done really well. And that is half time. Surprising one with Langstaff looking through there, but it's 1-0 to Notts County at the break. And a big 45 minutes, Chesterfield 3-0 down to Dagenham. And it'll be a big statement for Wrexham to go 5 points clear of Notts County if they can come back and win. But a point at this moment would be so crucial. To Glue with a through ball to Callum McFadden, but Ollie Palmer's onside, and Ollie Palmer can get a shot away here. Strong hand by Slocum. Good play by Ollie Palmer. He realised he wasn't offside. And Tozer was coming across to take that. Luke Young decided to get play underway early. And McFadden did well there. Put his head on the line. Anthony Ford into Elliot Lee, just a heavy touch from him, but it's better by Wrexham, and just in those little moments there, immediately getting into space, getting into the pocket. And Callum McFadden was going for it. The Notts County defence stood still, and Ollie Palmer had one look, got his shot away, but Slocum did well, got his angle right. First time he's really been called into action, getting in the space, and Aaron Hayden did really well, does well again. And Hayden into Ollie Palmer. Ollie Palmer's one-on-one. Can he get the shot away? It's the wrong decision by Palmer. Look to take it round Slocum. It's gone down that time. Poor by Palmer, he knows it. Just didn't get the decision making, caught in two minds. Thought about going round him, thought about lobbing him, but Aaron Hayden did brilliantly, and Palmer did well to make the space. And well, doesn't look really anything on Slocum. Ollie Palmer, it was just a heavy touch by the looks of it. And another chance for Wrexham. He'll please Phil Parkinson in the Wrexham goal. So loose play by Clewitt again, caught out by Langstaff. He gets himself in space, plays it across, and the deflection takes it wide. But Clewitt caught in possession again. Wrexham get away with one there, an important block by Tozer. But Langstaff seems like he's winning that duel with Clewitt. Notts County with the corner. Swung into the box. Howard punches clear. McFadden wins the header. Mullin takes it down, and Elliot Lee can clear his lines. The ball just stays in. And Palmer slips, and Mullin's there. McFadden breaking at the far post. Into James Jones. It's a heavy touch. Fascinating game. Mullin just looking for the ball. Had seen it land, and it's fallen to Ollie Palmer, and that'll be a Wrexham corner. Brilliant distribution by Howard. Mullin hadn't quite spotted that ball land, had to adjust himself well, and Ollie Palmer following up. Wrexham fans in fine voice. That's the captain, Luke Young. Hayden to Ford. Crossfield ball, looking for McFadden, a really good ball. McFadden just couldn't quite chest it down in the end. Clever thinking by Ford and Luke Young. Into James Jones. McFadden back to Jones. Good football by Wrexham. Mullin flicks it to Elliot Lee, he's being held. Gets into the path of Mullin. Into James Jones, he's offside. Brilliant football by Wrexham, but the flag is up. Looked a tight call. Not too many complaints, but it'd be interesting to see that one again. Brilliant football by Wrexham, maybe the best move so far. It'd be interesting just to see. Elliot Lee was being held, so he played it through Mullin, and yeah, maybe just the hand with James Jones off. A tight one, but better by Wrexham. But it was some better one-touch football from Wrexham. Elliot Lee did well play into Mullin. Mullin spotted the run with James Jones. And a positive to take forward. Referee urging Cameron to get on with proceedings a bit quicker than they have been. As it goes down again, and Palmer can drive it away. He's got Elliot Lee and James Jones and Mullin with him. And he finds Elliot Lee. Anthony Ford around the outside, cuts back well. Crosses it, Elliot Lee. Well blocked. Luke Young wins the header. Palmer. And it goes wide. But Wrexham firmly on the front foot now, and Brindley just urging for a bit more calm from Notts County. The referee just making Slocum aware that he is there. He's been booked once for time wasting. And he won't want to be again. But it's better football by Wrexham. Cleared away, Tozer wins the header. Elliot Lee just beats the ball. And Rodriguez does well to skip past Jones. Basrami into Scott. Can he get the shot away? He does. And a strong hand by Mark Howard. A really smart save, he had to make it. And it shows despite Wrexham pressure, Notts County still there. Quick out of his feet, strong shot. And a good save by Mark Howard. McAlinden and Dolby still warming up. Plays it long. Headed away by Notts County. Anthony Ford into Elliot Lee. Room to cross. Gets the cross in. Palmer. The cross goal. It was James Jones, sorry, that had the free kick. And he comes across to put the ball back into the box. Hayden and Palmer rising. Just didn't quite get the direction that Hayden was going away from him. And the substitutions can now be made. The Wrexham players just wait to find out from the board. And still fourth official still, well, it looks like he had the wrong numbers on the board. He's now waiting to do it. And match clue does come off for Sam Dolby. A change of formation for Wrexham with that sub, four at the back. And again, James Jones, the other for Liam McAlinden. Palmer stands over the ball, being outswung corner this time. Drifted over the 6-yard box, headed down by Cameron. Mark Howard did well. And intercepted importantly by Rawlinson. Mullin was lurking, a bit more of a flatter delivery, and Phil Parkinson coming across. Elliot Lee into Dolby. Elliot Lee on the right hand side. Back to Ford. Ford drives towards goal and then goes back to Lee. Can Lee put a cross in? Plays across to Mullin. Mullin into the 6-yard box. Michael Linden! How's that not gone in? Liam McAlinden again making an impact. Notts County with some last-ditch defending. Smart play by Lee to Mullin. Mullin with a great cross across the face of goal. Palmer being held. McAlinden shot blocked. And Luke Young puts the ball into the box. Bouncing around. Somehow it's like pinball in there. And McAlinden picks up the ball. Crosses into Hayden. And straight at Slocum, but it's better again by Wrexham, and the tempo just going up again. Just hasn't fallen yet for Wrexham. McAlinden again making an impact. Point would have always been fine before the game. And it's offside. Flag is up. Well, it looked like it was. And it was. Hayden been drawn out of play, and Rodriguez out on the right hand side. Can Austin get the cross? And he does. Just away from Rodriguez. Austin did really well there, driving towards goal. Unselfishly played it across. Strong blocks by Wrexham. Mullin with the back heel into Dolby. Elliot Lee in space. Dolby showing for it. Lee shoots. And not what Phil Parkinson's side will have wanted. A long way to go in the season, of course. Hayden wins the header. And Brindley kicks into the air, and that is full time at Meadow Lane. And Macaulay Langstaff's first half goal is the difference, as it's Wrexham that lose out by 1-0. Fairly even game over the 90 minutes, but the ball didn't stick.